Hi. Hello. Beginning yoga at home. This is the third time I've tried to do this live stream. I'm so sorry if you guys were here before. And thank you for showing up for a third time if you are. Today we're talking about steadiness. A lot of you guys are having trouble with some of the balancing poses, specifically the warrior poses, which I think are absolutely fabulous for strengthening your body, strengthening your mind, all sorts of other stuff like that. So we're going to do a few foundational poses that are going to get you guys steady. And they're not what you expect. It's these foundational poses that is going to get your core strengthened, your legs strengthened, and your arms strengthened. So please meet me on your mat. And if this doesn't go through, it's the last time I'm going to try it, okay? So the first pose that we're going to do is Tadasana, or mountain pose. Bring your feet together, toes touching. If you're not steady enough for this, fists width apart. That is a great place to start. Squeeze your quads so that you don't hyperextend your knees. Find a neutral pelvis. Lengthen your rib cage. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands come to your sides and flex your fingers together. Crown of the head reaching the sky. This is mountain pose. This is the most foundational pose in yoga, and I think one of the most important. Just standing like this is going to improve your posture. It's going to give you strength in your legs, and it's going to help with your lower spine as well. So let's breathe here for a second. Breathing into 4 and out to 4. Exhale to begin. Whew. Now inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you feel very comfortable here, bring your legs together. If you're not, please stay with a fist width apart. Now we're going to focus on our feet. This is super important for balancing. Half of it is focusing on your feet. The other half is the rest of it. So now that you're in Tadasana, whether you're together or fist width apart, I want you to rock forward on your feet so that you're on the ball of your foot. Now rock back so that you're on your heel, just slightly. Don't go too far. Now go forward. Now go backwards. Forward and backwards, just slightly. Now exhale, spread your toes as far as they can go. Put them back on the mat. Let's do it again. Keep your toes on the ground. Just shift slightly back, slightly forward. This is going to give you an idea of where your center is. Okay. Now let's go side to side. So you're going to feel the edge of your foot, the knife edge. You're going to come to the middle and go to the other side. This is all about body awareness, and that's super important for balancing. You got to know your body before you test your body. So let's go back and forth. Feel the middle part of your foot, the middle part of the ball of your foot as you come to the center. Go to your left. Feel the edge of your foot. Come to the center. Feel the other edge of your foot. At this point, you should understand the 4 corners of your feet. There's that outer edge, There's that front edge with your toes, and then there's the back edge with the heel of your foot. And now that you've rocked a little bit, let's rock around. So just turn your pelvis in a circle, keeping your feet on the ground. If you're not steady enough, it kind of helps if you bring your hands to heart center. This can always help you with your balancing poses. Just push your palms together and rock. Let's go the other way and just feel it turning all four corners of your feet, having a chance to be the star of the show. Now let's come to center. Now that we're in Tadasana, feet together or fists width apart, I want you to feel all four corners of your feet. So come to a neutral pelvis, hands to your side, shoulders relaxed but rib cage up. And breathe and just feel every corner of your foot. From your toes, your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and your pinky toe. The knife edge of your right foot, the ball of your right foot, ball of your left foot, and the knife edge of your left foot. All of them will have an equal amount of pressure. This is the foundation of balancing poses. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is Uttanasana, a forward bend. I'm going to show you from the side, but you can do it however you want. Please, if you're unsteady, fists width apart. I'll do it fists width apart for you today. So, you're in Tadasana, neutral pelvis. You know the drill at this point. Put your lobster claw, that's what I like to call it, pointer finger and thumb on your waist today. That's going to give you a little bit extra steadiness. And now slowly, as slow as you can, tilt with the pelvis, not with your shoulders. So we're going to have a flat back. And just tilt as slow as you can. This is how we're going to do it. Slow as you can. Now feel your feet changing where the pressure goes as you come down. And try to ground down on all four corners. You can let your hands hang. Bring your hands to your shins. That'll give you a little extra support. Try to have a flat back. And now feel your feet. If you are a little bit on the ball of your foot, try to bring your feet back just a teensy bit so that all four corners are given the same amount of pressure. Okay? Now we're going to come halfway up. Focus on your feet. Halfway up, flat back, but you're thinking about your feet. Hands can come to your shins. Now, just roll into it. Hands can come wherever they can touch. You can bring them to a block if that helps. And now your hands are giving you a little bit extra balance. But feel your feet again. When you put your hands on the block, are they coming is your body coming forward? Is your body coming back? Really focus on all four corners. Okay. Now bring your hands to your hips. This is always going to help with balance. And come back up, tilting with the pelvis. Back into Tadasana. Perfect. I'm sure you guys did great. If you had trouble with that, let me know, because that is the most foundational pose. Now, let's bring our feet as far as our hand span. So bring your hands, making a T with your body, lower your fingertips. That's how far your feet should be away from each other. This pose is called wide leg forward fold. I like to just stand here. Find your neutral pelvis. Let's talk about the feet again. It's all about the feet. You'll feel a lot of pressure from the knife edge of your feet, okay? Try to bring them in a little bit. Try to push it in a little bit so that all four corners are grounded down. Let's just stay here for a moment. You can put your hands on your hips and breathe here. Tadasana torso is what I like to call that too. Steady your feet, feel your feet, focus all your energy on the bottom of your soles. And breathe. Okay, I'm going to test you a little bit. We're going to do another forward fold. So, ground down on all four corners. That means you might have to lift the knife edge a little bit. And let's tilt forward with the pelvis, kind of keeping your back straight. Come down as far as you can. Hands on your shins, or they can come down to the ground if you can. As long as your hands are holding on to something, you'll be fine. And go ahead and let your head hang because that's very relaxing. It feels really good. Feel your feet here. Are your feet rolling to the outside? Are your feet sort of the knife edge coming up and out? Remember, rock back and forth and side to side, getting a good idea of where your balance should be. And then ground down on all fours. Okay. Come up halfway again for your monkey. And fold forward. Perfect. Now, feel your feet here. Push into the feet, push into the ground, and come up with the strength of your abs. If your abs are weak, we can work on that. Oh, see, look at me. I'm losing it too. I have problems with my steadiness. And later on, we can talk about how both of our sides are different. But right now, we're going to be doing stuff that is focused right on the middle. So each side will be the same. We did Tadasana, wide leg forward fold, and Uttanasana. Heel toe, your feet back together. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Back into Tadasana. Do you feel a little bit more steady in the second Tadasana? Notice your whole body, not just your feet now. Do you feel more steady? Are you rocking side to side? Are you rocking forward and back? Ground down into your feet. Bring your abs towards bring your navel towards your spine. Lengthen your chest and find some stillness. Don't be afraid to make micro adjustments as you are in this pose or any pose. If something doesn't feel quite right, move. There's nothing stopping you from moving and making it just perfect for you. Let's see. We're going to come down. So meet me at the front of your mat. This is going to be kind of difficult if you don't have the strength in your abs, but trust me, it will help. And I will show you the beginner modification. Okay, so let's start Tadasana. Ground down on all fours as you exhale. Inhale, arms up, overhead, Exhale, tilting with the pelvis, bend your legs generously. Uttanasana. Inhale, come halfway up to your monkey. Exhale, bend your knees generously, plant your hands on the ground, bring your feet back so that you are on the top of a push-up. This, staying like this, will help your strength. But if you're a beginner, I recommend you bring your knees down. Nothing wrong with a beginner modification. If you push yourself too far, you can hurt yourself. You'll give up. There's just a lot of reasons why I really would not try to push yourself too far. So from here, bring your tailbone in just a teensy bit. That way, you'll be using your abs to stay up. Feel your abs here. Does it hurt? It can hurt for me sometimes, especially later in my practice. This pose will actually help you with strength a lot. Now, push forward with your hips so that your hands are behind your shoulders, shoulders past your wrists. Come down with a flat back so that your chest lands first, squeezing your elbows into your torso. Now you're on the ground, okay? Stay here for a little while. Uncurl your toes. Your hands should be still, or your shoulders should be past your wrists still. This is super important for Cobra, which is what we're going to do now. It's a back bend. Bhujangasana. I remember that because it's like the bourgeoisie. Now, push into your hands, lifting your chest forward, and your shoulders will be back. Make sure that you always have a bend in your elbows. You can bring your pelvis or your groin, push it into the mat. This is going to give you the best benefit of this pose. Now slowly come down. The slower you go, the more you're going to get out of each asana. All right, this is going to be hard. Sorry. Keep your knees on the ground. Curl your toes under. We're going to come back up to that push-up. So you can lift your belly first. Push up with your hands. Try to keep your shoulders or your elbows towards your body. Now, you can bring your knees back a little bit if you need to. Grounds down into your knuckles, not your wrist. So you actually could have a little cup on the inside of your hands because it's your knuckles that will be pushing into the ground. Lift your knees, top of a push-up. Bend your knees generously and push back. Wrap your shoulders so that your armpits are closed. Bend your knees so that you're making a straight line from your pelvis all the way to your wrists. I am a little sweaty today, so I am rolling on the mat. But this is called the downward dog. It's basically going to give you strength in your abs. Pull your navel towards your spine. It's going to strengthen your forearms. It'll strengthen your legs, basically everything in your body. Do this as long as you can. If it is too much, bring your knees to the edges of the mat. Push your booty back and come into a child's pose for a second. Okay? I'm not trying to beat you up. This is a very calming pose for your parasympathetic nervous system. And it's somewhere you should come if your heartbeat is going too fast at any point in your asana practice. Perfect. Come to your tabletop position. And let's go back to Tadasana. So lift your knees, walk to the front of your mat, and then with a flat back, let's come all the way up. Hands can touch overhead, and let them fall to the sides. Let me know in the comments if you are feeling a little bit more steady now with just these really simple asanas. Try to get your toes to touch, fist width apart if necessary. Let's do Tadasana, and then we'll end with a balancing pose. I'm not going to make you do Warrior 1 or Warrior 2 today. We'll be doing Tree, which is everyone's favorite. Okay. Stay in Tadasana. Breathe. I told you, get near a couch if you need to. I'm going to do it. I'm not ashamed. Tadasana. You can bring your hands to your hips again. You can always do this in any standing pose. It'll just give you a little extra steadiness. Bring your hands to your couch. Ground down into your left foot. Raise your toes, plant them down. Feel every edge of your left foot as you sort of lift your right foot. Externally rotate your knee so that it's facing your side, and now you're in tree. Hold onto your couch. This is it. You're doing it. Bring your navel to your spine. Just sucking in just a little bit, like you're trying to get into a dress in a fitting room. That's what I always do. As you can see, I'm like a little wobbly here. You'll notice that one side of your body might be a little bit steadier than the other. I would recommend making sure that you do both sides despite that shakiness on one side, because that's the only way that you're going to get that other side to get a little bit more steady. All right, now lift your toes off the ground with your right foot. Come up a little bit higher. Keep your hand on the couch. Keep your Tadasana top. This is as far as we're going to go today. While you're here, feel every corner of your foot. Focus on your foot. The ball of your foot, that knife edge, the heel, that inside little arch where nothing's touching, and all 5 of your toes. Okay. Come down gently, as gracefully as you can. Shake out your left foot. Shake out your left leg. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it out. Okay, let's do the other side. Tadasana. Exhale. Ground down on all 4 corners. Inhale. Just lift your foot off the ground. Externally rotate your left foot. Keep your toes on the ground, lifting the arch of your foot. Bring your belly towards your spine. Tadasana torso. If you're a little wiggly, plant your hand on your couch. And now you might get focused on your foot. Is this side more wobbly? Less wobbly? I don't know. Personally, my right side is the wobbly one. Stand here. And if you're ready, when you're ready, just lift your toes slightly and press your foot into your ankle. while the other foot is planted onto the ground. Hold steady with your couch. If you're feeling wobbly, another thing you can do is remember to just suck in your abs. That really helps, believe it or not. Clench your butt. That helps too. Now come out of it as gracefully as you can. Have a mat width space between your legs. Let's do one more Uttanasana, forward bend, and then I'll leave you guys to practice on your own for the rest of your day. So, breathe, exhale, ground down on all fours. Inhale, hands overhead, they can touch. Keep your hands together like a prayer. Tilt your pelvis, bend your knees, come down as far as comfortable for you. Okay. Now, last thing I'm going to have you do, hold your hands to your elbows. Let the gravity of your arms pull you down just a little bit more. Let your head hang, and then focus on your feet. My feet tend to come forward a little bit when I'm in Uttanasana, so it's really important just to bring it back a little bit. We'll stay here for a few moments, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys. You can, if you're brave, bring your elbows to your sides and rock a little bit. Feel your feet moving as you do this. Changing the center of gravity as you do. Now just hang for a few moments. On your next exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up, head leading first. And you should feel a little bit more balanced now. I hope you do. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If there's anything else you guys want me to do as a demo, let me know. We don't always focus on our feet, do we? We're focused on, oh, I want to get into the pose. Oh, I want to look beautiful. Well, guess what? You look beautiful when you're focusing on your feet, because that is what brings you to the ground. That is what connects you with the earth. And that is a beautiful place to be. Thank you so much for watching me today. I'll end it with an Om, because an Om is really nice. So listen to it. Let it empower you. Was that weird? Get used to it. I love doing it. Peace, love, namaste. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.